Welcome, friends. Welcome, welcome. I am fixing the Zuppa Toscana soup. Welcome in, friends. Welcome in. This is KendyK all day. Ooh, I've never tried Calamity Jane. I've never tried the Italian wedding soup. Ooh, I've heard of it though. And I want to say I've tasted that before. So, y'all, I am using what I have. So, I have these mini potatoes. And then I have these two potatoes. So this is certainly a meal prep Monday, but using what I have because we can't be paying for these vegetables and then not use them, all right? So I'm going to use this sausage from Johnsonville, and it is a mild Italian sausage, and we're going to let it do what it do. Y'all, thank you for coming right on in and hitting that like button for me. I certainly appreciate it. And this is KendyK all day. Friends, full disclaimer here, KendyK has never made this Zuppa Toscana. And so we're going to do it like a potato soup, but we're going to add kale and the Italian sausage. Yes. So here goes nothing, friends. Here goes nothing. I'm over here hydrating. Y'all stay hydrated. Okay. I'm looking at emails coming in on my phone. I shouldn't be doing that for sure. For real, right? So we're going to take this thing as far as we can take it because I still have to do one more meeting today. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get the potatoes started. We're making that Zuppa Toscana, which is the #1 bestseller in soup at Olive Garden. Who doesn't love soup and salad from Olive Garden? Thank you all for coming right on in. And hey, is that Kyle? Welcome, Kyle. Let's do it yourself. I enjoyed our conversations last night. You had a nice low key live last night. I enjoyed that. And so, y'all friends, here are the potatoes. I'm using what I have. And so I have these two larger potatoes, and then I have these little, what are these technically called? Petite Gold. Kroger brand Petite Gold. So I'm going to get those started, and I'm also going to get the sausage started. Welcome in, friends. Thank you for hitting the like button. And I have the kale hanging out in some water. And I also bought some green onions for the top. So I'm cooking this Italian sausage. And normally I break up my sausage, my ground meat, very, very small with my meat masher. But I'm going to try not to do that intentionally this time so that we have some bigger. Hope y'all kind of can get a feel from what I'm saying here. Yeah. Y'all, I could eat any soup from Olive Garden. Olive Garden, we just grew up with Olive Garden, right? Yeah. Yeah. So let me break that up because I definitely don't want it that big. Let me just break that up. The slotted spoon. And am I the only one that if I am making spaghetti, anything that I would normally use ground beef for, I like to, when I think about it, and if I plan carefully when I'm at the grocery store, I like to pick up some of this ground Italian sausage because it just really elevates the flavor. Like you can smell Italian seasonings already. So we're just gonna brown this off and then we're gonna season it. I'm a person that I hold my seasoning until this is brown because it's a sausage, so I know I'm probably gonna have to drain some fat off of this. So I'll just wait to season. Yes, I mix the ground beef and the Italian sausages together, and it's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. So try that. It will really elevate your spaghetti game, if you will. Really elevate. Okay, where is my spoon rest? Yeah, we got to get this party started really fast over here because I have one more meeting today. Hope everyone has had a good start to their day and to this week. Let it be a blessed week for you. Yeah, because, yeah, so if you use half of when I say ground meat, I'm talking about ground beef or ground turkey. And do you know Jenny O has an Italian ground turkey that is amazing. And they also have it comes in the roll, in the 1 pound rolls. They also have a taco blend ground turkey. It's raw turkey, but they blended the spices for taco seasoning already in it. Y'all get that because you as you know, if you work with turkey at all for protein in your meals, you need a whole bunch of seasoning in turkey. Turkey is a bland palate. So you've got to infuse as many seasonings in that as you can. And that taco seasoned turkey meat that you then have to cook, it's excellent. And so is the Italian style. Y'all welcome in, friends. Now, y'all know KendyK isn't much of a cook. I'm simply cooking because I'm trying to get a lot of soups into the freezer. So I'm going to do a soup, a different soup every Monday. All I'll eat it that day, and then the rest of it is going into 1 serving or 2 serving containers and into the freezer. Making this a meal prep Monday. KendyK, but you're not gonna get this soup going if you don't get it on. If you don't get these potatoes cut and washed. So the Zuppa Toscana is a potato soup, and they add sausage to it and kale. Hey, G2 Country Girl, welcome in. Welcome in, Harjareen. Miss Do It Yourself. Claire, the missing link, moderating for us. So thank you, Claire. Welcome in, friend. Gemini Diva 79. And if you're just watching and enjoying, I appreciate you too. Thank you. Let me grab a cutting mat so I can cut up the veg, or at least these potatoes. So we're gonna cut up the potatoes. Shout out to Private Gold, which is a Kroger brand. Okay, Nightbot is cutting up on us. Let me see. Nightbot, you ain't even supposed to be in a situation. Yeah, just turn Nightbot off. So let me know if you still see Nightbot. I'm gonna put this water on so it can boil, so we can cook these potatoes. I wonder, should I do them in, what y'all think? Halves for these little baby potatoes, or should I do them in quarters? One thing's for sure, they'll cook real fast if I put them in quarters. I think I might put them in quarters. Some people like a smooth potato soup with just little itty bitty chunks. I like a chunky potato soup. Let me see what y'all are saying. Claire. Claire and I were thinking the same thing. Quarters. Yeah, I just turned Nightbot off. I'm only going to be using Nightbot moving forward, depending on the situation. But this is just a cook along, so. But I will always utilize Nightbot when I'm doing shop talk, because that is where we're collaborating, and one of the purposes of Nightbot is for us to grow our channels and network with others. Nissa Boo is back. Y'all, Nissa Boo does a lot of cooking. So Nissa Boo, you're going to have to help me out with this. This is my first attempt at Zuppa Toscana. Check out Nissa Boo, y'all. 10 out of 10. KendyK highly recommends. Let me turn our meat. How did I get this recipe? Who told me about this? I have a cousin that makes this all the time. And she was like, well, it's just potato soup. I said, really? She's like, yeah. So in my mind, that means potato soup, add some Italian seasonings, and kale, and sausage. I did pull out the bay leaves, though, because soups and beans are always good with a bay leaf. Really, Miss Abu? Zuppa Toscana is the top selling soup that they serve at Olive Garden. Let me see what y'all saying. Yeah, it's a remix. It's Olive Garden's Zuppa Toscana. I did call it remix in the title. I think that's what I said in the title because that just simply means Kitty Kate gonna try to make her own version of it at home. I'm just dicing potatoes, y'all, and using what I got because we just ain't gonna be throwing away potatoes. We're not gonna throw away any food. Not all this good food God gave us. Amen. Yes, I'm recreating Olive Garden's Zuppa Toscana soup. Okay, y'all, we didn't get very much oil in the pan at all. Let me show y'all what we're looking like. So our meat is ground up. And I could have truly made this a one pot meal by cooking the ground beef in the same. Well, no, I need to do the potatoes. So, hi Kim, Jay, welcome back, friend. Welcome back. Let's get these taters plunged into some water so that they don't start turning brown on us. Claire asks, Claire, funny you should ask. So let's talk about the date. Claire says, how was your date on Saturday? Yes. So I don't know if y'all have even saw that video yet, but I did a pop-up live situation with y'all for the channel as I was driving to the date. Yes, KendyK had a date. And so friends, there's a lot to tell. There is a lot to tell, and I started doing like a after, you know, I said, well, I can just make this into a video for your viewing pleasure. But suffice it to say, how was the date, y'all? Well, for one thing, I need you to watch the video. It was from Saturday. So on Saturday, look for a live stream I did on Saturday. I think it's, I don't know, 9 minutes long, 11 minutes long. That's a lot of potatoes. This is gonna make a lot of soup. I have no knife skills. So suffice it to say about the date. I don't know if y'all remember, there was another content creator on there. His real name is Ryan. His first name is Ryan. So Ryan says, after I'm telling everyone that was on that live stream, y'all, thank y'all for hitting that like button. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you being here, even if you can't hit the like button. Thank you. Right after I tell the friends, y'all, I am 30, 40 minutes out. I am 30 or 40 minutes out from the date. And so literally, pretty much when I left the house, I was already late to the date. And I was going to end up being 40 minutes late for the date. And so I got there at exactly the time I felt I was going to get there to meet my date. But just letting these hang out and soak in some water. And that's that really thin skin potato. So You can take the skins off, but you can also just leave them on because they're very thin skinned. Yes, I'm recreating the Olive Garden's Zuppa Toscana soup. I'm making it at home so I can control the sodium in it, number one. And I love soups, y'all. Because you know, fall is KendyK's favorite time of year because KendyK, yes. So after I tell everybody, y'all, I'm late when I got in my garage, which wasn't, far, but you know how you get ready to roll and you're ready to roll out, and then I hit the button to turn the car on, and it said, and I looked at the dash, and I'm like, what's going on? Why don't I have power to the car? It says, key fob not detected. Mm-hmm. So I haven't done the reaction video yet. I haven't edited. I did it, but I did not finish editing yet. So yes, that part of it. Okay. So yeah. But just know this. Are y'all able to hear me okay? Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Hey Sedatra. Welcome, friend. Hey Allison Matt. Can you all hear me? Put a one in the chat if you can hear me okay. I see one from Allison Matt. Kim J says they can hear me okay. Okay. I always have to look because, as I'm trying to show you how I'm cooking, y'all, my 49-year-old fingers, pudgy fingers, sometimes I mess around and hit the sound button. If you know, you know, as a content creator, you got to keep checking that. So I'm going to drain the fat off of this, and I'm going to add some, I'm motivated to soar. Welcome in, friend. And I'm going to add some bell pepper and onions. What do you think? Heavy on the onions? I wonder, do I need the bell peppers though, y'all? I'm thinking. Help me think real quick. So let me drain this fat off of this. Ooh, that's Italian sausage. This is not ground beef, y'all. This is Italian sausage. And it smells delicious. Absolutely delicious. That's what I say, Allison. Allison said, Allison, you my kind of lady. Yes. Allison says peppers make everything taste better. So we'll put a few bell peppers in here. We're going to definitely put some onions in here. Mm-hmm. Definitely. I'm also adding garlic powder and onion powder. Okay, KendyK, turn the water off so folks can hear. And let's put some fresh ground black pepper. We'll put that in the broth of the soup. So potatoes are ready. And I'm gonna put them in our soup pot. Welcome in, friends. Welcome in. This is KendyK all day. Make sure I'm speaking loud enough. Oh, somebody gave me something. G2 country girl. Thank you, friend. Hold on, we gotta give her our special because we got a little special. We have a little special, friends. So I am putting these potatoes that I freshly cut into the pot and plopping them in there, making a mess. So we're just gonna let those go and see how long it takes to cook them. Oh, thank you, G2 Country Girl. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you for the encouragement. Appreciate you, G2. I was just on G2's channel this morning. She has a little word and just, you know, just checking in after the weekend on her subscribers. I'm a subscriber and I'm also a member on her channel. My pleasure. Thank you, friend. We're making the Zuppa Toscana soup from Olive Garden, but we're making it at home. So the KendyK can control those calories. Well, that's not the lid to the pot. I have a lid, but I have the wrong lid. Let me make sure y'all can still hear me and everything. I got so excited. Oh, onions and bell peppers. Onions and bell peppers. There are some bell peppers. I hope I have some onions in there, y'all. Oh, yeah. Whenever I cook, more times than not, let's put it like that. Now, Allison is asking how I organize my pots. Hold on, let me try to get this started, and I'll tell you what situation I got with these pots, because I'm having the same dilemma, friend. KendyK is having the same dilemma. Yeah. Let me get this going. So I'm just using some frozen diced onions. And I agree with Allison. Let's just add a few bell peppers to this situation. Yeah, you better get on that treadmill. Yes, 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 yes. I fully agree. Yeah, I'm having a situation with organization of the pots and pans and their lids. And their respective lids, for that matter. Okay, lid to the potato pot, because we need to put the lid on so that they'll cook faster. Right? Right. Yes. Potatoes are on. Yes, yes, yes. Had a splash of water because I don't want to burn my. This is Italian sausage, not ground beef. Because we're making an Italian soup. So yeah, I'm gonna take this as far as I can. I have one more meeting today. Clear the missing link. Said, don't I boil the water first? Well, this water wasn't boiling first before I turned it on, but the pot was on a 6. So almost as high as it'll go on this stove. So it was about ready to boil. The weather is hot. outside. Yeah, but it's really cool in the mornings now. You can just feel the rapid cool down. Fall is here, y'all. I Fall is my favorite time of the year. It's my favorite season. One, because KendyK's birthday is in October. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My birthday's in October. And I love to wear jackets and I love to bundle up in a blankie. KendyK is all of those things are valuable for KendyK. And so welcome in, Joe. Welcome, Joe. Hey there, McLarge Mills. Hey. I love that. We've got some more October babies here. Yes. And Kitty K is turning 50 in October. Y'all, it's getting close. It is getting a close. Friends. Friends. Let me taste this. I don't need any more seasoning. I was thinking about, do I need to add a little bit of Lowry seasoning salt? Nope. Because that's a Italian sausage. I always get the mild. Now, if you like more seasoning, I guess you could do more. Okay. So traditional potato soup doesn't have any meat in it, but this is KendyK's home version of Zuppa Toscana that they sell at Olive Garden, which is Olive Garden's top selling soup, and it has been that way for many many years. They sell more of Zuppa Toscana than any other soup. Oh, somebody's sending me some hearts. I appreciate you. So I just put the potatoes on. Probably need to add a little kosher salt. Let's add a little kosher salt to the potatoes. It's not kosher, it's Himalayan pink salt. Let's add some Himalayan pink salt to the potatoes. And thank you, Motivated to Soar. I'll take that birthday. Yes. Yes. Actually, I am a Libra. Mm-hmm. Talking about on the horoscope? Yeah. I am a Libra with my October birthday. Yes. These were frozen diced onions and bell peppers. So I don't know if we were supposed to put the bell pepper in there, but we put a few in there. You put a few in there. And then you also add kale to it. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me get out y'all conversation. McLarge meals. Let me let me back up out y'all conversation. Y'all are funny. Yeah, thank y'all for joining me. This is KendyK all day. We are working on this Zuppa Toscana. So we calling it a remix because Olive Garden is one of their signature soups, and I'm trying to make the same version of it myself. hmm And we have the potatoes on. Welcome in, Mr. Mulatto. Yes, Brit Family Fun is in the building today. Trev is with us. Has been with us. Thank y'all for joining me. Y'all, did y'all see that amazing interview from Joe's Asleep and Slim Down with Coach Mean Ring? Hey there, low carb queen. You snuck up in here on me. Welcome in, friend. Y'all, low carb queen makes some delicious looking rotel. I said, ooh, if I don't get it in September, now I'm gonna be craving rotel. So you know I'm gonna have to do it in October because Kitty K gonna be the birthday girl in October. Low carb queen has an October birthday too. Hmm. Y'all, that is Italian sausage. So what goes in this? Italian sausage, kale. It's just a potato soup that they add Italian sausage to and kale. And I didn't even think y'all to try to, find a recipe or anything online. Because Kendy K just be doing whatever it is that she wants to do. That has been my lifelong problem. Can y'all tell? Kendy K walks to the beat of her own drum. Mm-hmm. On tune or not. Yes, yes, yes. That's something. Okay, I'm gonna move these over here. I've been soaking that kale, but let me turn that kale over. So I've got some kale, some fresh kale here. Got some fresh kale, and I've got some green onions underneath that kale. I'm gonna keep soaking that kale, y'all, because I'm always careful with these greens because be a lot of things in those greens. Like this kale, any kind of little bug could be hiding up in my kale, and I do not want that in my soup. Right, right. Welcome in, friends. It's going down. We've got to hurry though. We got to get it moving. Get it moving, Kendy K, so that we can have a finished pot of soup for the friends. Because I've got one more meeting today. Calamity Jane, y'all. Calamity Jane over there trying to be funny. Talk about bugs. Great source of protein. Calamity Jane. Not funny. Not funny, Calamity Jane. Now, Kitty K wasn't live last night. All I did was shop talk. Sunrise edition of Shop Talk on Sunday morning. Oh, and I did worship right following that. But I did see Brit Family Fun was on a panel last night. Britt, I did not know what you wanted me to say, so I just spoke my mind, which is what I'm going to do anyway. I didn't know what we were talking about. I didn't have any context for it. I just took what you said and I answered your question. I don't know if that helped or not, but oh well. Motivated to school to soar, kaleidoscope of happiness. Welcome in, friend. Let's see friends greeting each other. Y'all, we've got 21 likes. I appreciate that. Appreciate your intentionality. So I'm just trying to soften up these bell peppers and onions. And this is KendyK's version, so that's where we at. This is KendyK's version of Olive Garden's Zuppa Toscana soup. Yeah, so catch up with. That's where I'm going with. I've got 3 folks for y'all to catch up with that I can think of right now. Just give me a moment. Yeah, y'all, I'm 49. Give me a moment. I'll think of other ones you should catch up on. From the weekend, you should definitely check up on Joe Sleep and Slim Down. Did an awesome interview with Coach Green. It was very lively and informative, and you know, it was nice. Loved the vibe and the energy. Uh, I also watched Low Carb Queen, Rotel. Yes, whether you eat it with tortilla chips or with pork skins. Yes, 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 and yes. 10 out of 10. Great conversation to accompany that as well. And then check out Brit Family Fun. Brit Family Fun is also an October birthday, baby. Yes. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. My potatoes are boiling now. Claire, the missing link. Thank you for being a moderator for us. Brit Family Fun as well in this stream. Thank you for the hearts. Somebody sending some hearts my way. I appreciate that. Monique Poe in the building. Gemini Diva 79 is with us. Thank y'all, friends. Thank you. This is KendyK all day. Y'all, the September to remember game night is going down. Y'all, what is today's date? Yeah, going down this Friday night. Between Friday and Saturday, we're going to have a game night with prizes. You know, KendyK believes in a prize. And we'll also do the crew member prize wheel. The prize wheel will only be for crew members or members of KendyK's crew. But as long as you are a winner for the game night, it doesn't matter who wins there. So if you're a subscriber, you are locked in for that. Ooh, thank you. I have celery. I purchased celery. Claire, you're the woman, Claire. Claire, yes, Claire, I have celery. I know y'all can see it was an empty bag, but promise. Let me wash this celery. Y'all gotta wash this veg. Wash all your veg. In fact, we gonna shoot her down with some KendyK's 2-ingredient fruit and veggie wash. Yeah, the celery will elevate this broth we're making for this potato soup. You hear that, y'all? I'm just over here dicing up some celery. I have one of those choppers like Low Carb Queen has. Hers looks a little bit more fancier than mine, though. Because you know low carb queen, she fancy over there. She fancy, y'all. And I'm just gonna dice this by hand. Ooh, I am so glad you said something about the celery. Because that is really gonna elevate this flavor. Yeah, I gotta be quiet while I'm cutting this celery. So I'm messing around cutting up things. Yeah, this is. We'll make sure we got a good small dice on that celery. What y'all think? Is that enough? Is that enough celery? What you think? Another stalk? I'll put this in. I want to make sure it cooks through. Let me see where we at with these potatoes. Potatoes are cooking good. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this celery in here that I pre-washed. And then I have some celery seasoning too. I'll add some celery salt to the potatoes that are cooking. And they're just gonna cook on down. Let me show y'all. They're just gonna cook on down. And we want them so soft you can't even taste that you're eating celery. We don't want any bite on the celery. No, 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 no. No, it is. Oh, I see Jeffrey's asking, can you use ground turkey? And yeah, I added some water to this because I was just trying to quickly cook the frozen. It was frozen diced onions. This was raw, mild Italian sausage. Mhm. So that's not grease. I already drained the fat off of it. I just added some water to it. Hmm. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. How long does this soup take to, how long does it take to cook? Well, I started it at a quarter till the hour until now. I sure hope so, Kim J. This is my first time making it, so we won't know until we know. But KendyK, let's add a little celery salt to this. And girl, put the lid back on it so you can finish cooking your potatoes. I'm adding a little celery salt, elevate the flavor. And let's add a bay leaf. One bay leaf going in. So that means we want to make sure we fish one out. Yes, I see Britt said absolutely on that bay leaf. One bay leaf going in. One bay leaf going in. Got so many plans for birthday, it doesn't even make good sense, y'all. I have too many. We're gonna talk about KendyK's birthday plans all during the September to Remember game night that I'm having. Hmm. And that's where we're also gonna do the September crew party. So if you're a member of KendyK's crew, you'll be on the prize wheel. But anybody can win a prize if you participate in our game night. But you got to be a winner. But there'll be multiple winners for the game night. Okay. Let me clean up my mess a little bit over here. Okay. Shout out to Claire for saying, girl, don't you need some celery in that pot? Yes, because I bought celery for this pot. I sure did. So let me test our potatoes. See where we are with those. They should be just about ready. They were about ready. Oh yeah, potatoes are done. We'll let them go for another minute or two. I know that's right. Hi, Miss Do It Yourself. Hey, friends. Y'all give me just one moment. Just one moment. Okay, so we have one bay leaf in there and our potatoes. Let's go ahead and y'all. Let's go ahead and do what we know. We're gonna go in with the secret weapon. Better than bouillon, vegetable base. Because essentially the Zuppa Toscana is just a vegetable. I'm sorry, potato soup. It is essentially just a potato soup, and we are adding Italian sausage to it and kale. So I'm adding one rounded spoon to go along with that fresh celery. We put in there one bay leaf. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. We cooking something up nice. Now, truth be told, y'all, I should have added, probably should have added that because that by this being a vegetable base, it's like you're making vegetable broth to cook the potatoes in. So, just so you know, I should have added that to the water. Yes, y'all, low carb queen over here asking about that day, y'all. Oh, y'all. So, let's just say, Mr. Mulatto, Ryan. Now, if you watch the video, Ryan wrote in the chat, KendyK, abort this. Abort this. too much is going wrong. Abort, 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 abort the date. Did KendyK listen? Mm-mm, mm-mm. Kim J was on the Kim J. Were you on there too, or you must have watched the replay? A lot of folks watched that replay. Kim J. Kim J was thinking the same thing. Abort. Mm-hmm. KendyK did not abort. KendyK to right on down that road. 35 to 40 minutes late. And friends, I have recorded the video for part two. I'm finishing the editing. And we just gonna leave it at that because we over here making Zuppa Toscana soup for the very first time live. I don't even know where I thought I was gonna be able to do that, y'all. Yes, y'all, we looking good over here, y'all. We are looking good. So we're gonna add milk to this, and I think I'm gonna keep this lid off and fish out my potatoes because I like a chunky potato soup. Y'all drop in the comments and let me know. Do you like your potato soup chunky or kind of smooth and just very few chunks in it? I want my potatoes good and soft, but I do like to have lots of potato in it, big pieces of potato. Yes, yes. I said all that low carb queen to say this. We're gonna have a part two because KendyK recorded it because I said, oh my gosh, this is a lot. This is a lot. So on the drive home, I remember on my phone reminded me, KendyK, you got one more meeting today. Yeah, I know I work off the West Coast, so on the West Coast, it's still early afternoon. So I'm pulling these potatoes out because I don't want them to cook anymore. I would love for them to stay in there, but I have to make this broth. So we added the vegetable base to the water so that it could make a good rich broth. Added some diced celery. Why? Because of the broth. So I didn't use chicken broth, I used vegetable broth. Using better than bouillon. Because I don't know if y'all knew this about me and my cooking. Never professed to be a cook. But what I do is prepare meals that usually have 5 ingredients or less. So I still think we accomplished that today. Because if I see that it's a long list, like some of that stuff Kim be over there making, low carb queen Kim, KendyK don't even attempt that. I don't even attempt it. Mmm. Yeah, they soft. They're good. Cause they're gonna when I put them back in there, they're gonna finish cooking in that rich broth. But y'all, I gotta get ready for my meeting, so we gotta go on and finish this thing out on this camera. How about that? Mm-hmm. Kim. Well, if you chunky, I'm chunky too, Kim. I don't think you chunky though, Kim. See, I'm over here flipping with this phone. Gonna be to mess around. Turn the sound off. KendyK, stop. I can't leave well enough long. Welcome in. Welcome to the building, Shamika. Entrepreneurial Diary. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in. So, y'all, to make this, I can just pour milk in. And I also bought some heavy whipping cream. to make the base for the potato soup. Oh, we gotta need some butter. We're gonna need some butter. Butter. Got butter. Yeah, we got to go. Ooh, I wonder should I use some of this ooh, ideas are just coming forth. We're gonna add a little bit of this Kerrygold garlic and herb butter. That's gonna be pretty phenomenal, yo. This is gonna be a game changer. Claire, secret weapon. And we got a bay leaf in there, y'all. Ooh. Yeah, this is my first time trying this. And I do not be trying new soups. I'll be going for what I know. Y'all know last week I made a vegetable beef soup with ground chuck. It was delicious. It's a meal prep Monday. So I'm making a big pot of potato soup and I'm turning it into Zuppa Toscana. They're using my friend, my cousin. She makes this all the time because we loved to go. Hi, Kaya. Welcome in, friend. We love to go to Olive Garden for lunch and get soup and salad. And we'd be there from the start of lunch to the end of it, not eating. Because, when the older you get, the less you can do. But just, catching up. Just catching up. So if you go there for lunchtime, you can get their soup and salad, and you can get any soup that you want, and unlimited salad and an unlimited soup. I don't know if y'all know that about Olive Garden, but Kyle, congratulations on 1,000 subscribers. 2,000 subs, Kyle. That's amazing. Y'all, hearts in the chat for Kyle, 2,000 subscribers. Oh, thank you, Kim J. Thank you. My potatoes are soft. I just tasted them. You said make sure they're soft, so I just tasted them to make sure. That's why I pulled them off because I don't want them to start breaking up. Mm-hmm. Come through now. Okay, what did I do with the milk? Did y'all see me with the milk? What did I do with the milk? Did I put the milk back in the refrigerator? Well, if I need more, because now I'm wondering, do I have too much liquid in here? If I need more milk than this one little pint of milk that I purchased, it looks really yellow, but it's more white than yellow. I think that's the yellow from the, because I use that Kerrygold garlic and herb butter though too. And a lot of butter. Why? Because it's potato soup. That's what I was thinking anyway. What y'all think? What y'all think? Okay, Kyle, we'll check you later. Make sure you hit that like button for me. Buddy, y'all, Kyle was on that big stage yesterday too. Oh yeah, y'all. Once I stir it, It's looking like it's giving potato soup. I wonder should we put a little bit of heavy whipping cream? So y'all, when I was setting this stream up, one of the buttons I couldn't do was put it into my low carb playlist because with these potatoes and this heavy whipping cream, this is not gonna be a low carb meal at all. Now the sausage is gonna give it a boost of protein. And it's gonna have way more than a serving of vegetables with the onions, the bell pepper. But now I got the gall to add heavy whipping cream to this. I got 7 minutes to finish it, y'all. 7 minutes to finish it. Everything is done now. The sausage is done. It's giving potato soup, right? Y'all, I dare say it's giving potato soup. Oh, something happened when you were up on the panel? Well, I hope you're okay. Does something have to do anything with me, Kyle? Now, Kyle, you don't concern me. How Kyle gonna drop some stuff like that in my chat and then leave? Kyle, if you're still there, did something that happened have to do anything with me? So I would thought about getting some bacon bits because that's normally what I add to. Oh, okay, I understand, Kyle. You did right, man. You did right to delete that. Mm-hmm. You did right. Mm. Y'all, it's giving potato soup. And the potatoes are delicious. The potatoes are delicious. So I'm putting this stuff away. I pulled the potatoes out, set them to the side because we don't want them to cook anymore at all. Yes, yes, and yes. So I think we're just gonna load this stuff in here, y'all. We're gonna load it in and let it do what it needs to do. We're gonna go in with our kale. Everything just needs to cook down. Everything is everything. Let me move this over here to this big eye. That's much better. Uh-oh. Can y'all see? So I've added the kale. Y'all remind me that we put that one bay leaf in because we got to fish that bay leaf out. So I'm going in with the sausage, which tastes amazing. I really meant to only put a half a pound of sausage in here, but hey, protein is protein. We need something to offset all those carbs in these potatoes. It's meal prep on a Monday, friends. This is my dinner for tonight. My dinner for tonight. I feel like we're going to turn it up high because I have 2 minutes until my meeting. Thank you. I see all the emojis. G2 Country Girl, thank you for the $5 holla. Thank you for the encouragement, my friend. I appreciate you. Not just today, but every day. Yeah, move on, Kyle. Move on, friend. What's in front of you, Kyle? Listen to me, Kyle. What's in front of you is better than what's behind you. That I know for sure. Even when it doesn't feel like it. What's in front of you is better than what's behind you. Got this on a medium heat because I feel like we want this broth to thicken, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe a little bit more fresh ground black pepper. Y'all, it does. It smells amazing. I can smell the bay leaf. I can smell all of it. Oh, you know what I was gonna add? Well, let me taste this. Let me taste the broth first before I go doctoring up. Before I even know what's going on. So I have it on medium high. Oh my God. That is amazing. Y'all, it's 5 o'clock. I gotta do my meeting. So this is what we're going with. Let me grab the other. Y'all hold tight. Okay. Yeah. So I'm putting that on an 8, just right before high. And we're gonna let that boil so I can lower it to a simmer. But we gotta get it to a boil first to thicken it. I think that's right. Y'all, thank y'all for joining me. Oh, I have my green onions here. I'll have to cut those off camera after my meeting. Yeah, let me turn this fire up so we can thicken this. My buttery. It's giving Zuppa Toscana with a whole bunch more kale. But the kale, the kale will wither down. Mm-hmm. It'll shrivel up and wither down like any green would, any roughage. I think we did it. I think we did it, y'all. I hope y'all can see in this pot. Let me boost y'all. Let me give y'all a little boost. Let me give y'all a little boost. Let me give y'all a little boost. Yeah, as I'm stirring, I can feel it getting thick. Mm-hmm. Ooh, y'all, what I just tasted was a party in my mouth. Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't want to scorch this milk though, so I don't want to go too high on this eye. The meat is already in there. Everything's in there but the potatoes because I don't want my potatoes to get overcooked and start to tear up. I like my potato soup. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Now I'm not gonna do no any cornbread. Not today. Y'all ain't gonna get me on that cornbread today. Mm-mm. Because then that would be forming a habit of every time I have soup, I think I gotta have some cornbread as a side. No, we got enough carbs in this meal with these potatoes. Mm-hmm. Kim J, you have a wonderful evening as well. Ooh. Mmm. Longhorns is my go-to because you can just eat meat and vegetables, maybe a salad with it. Yep, that's what you need. That's what you need. Y'all, we got close to finishing this. Hmm. I'm gonna hold those potatoes out because I want this to thicken. And you know what? I might just use the broth as a broth and put the potatoes in the bottom of the bowl and then just spoon the broth over on top of it. How does that sound? That sounds pretty amazing. I just made that up on the fly. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So y'all, I'm gonna have to stop here because I just sent them a message and said, I'll be on in 10 minutes. So y'all, thank you for rocking and riding with me. This is KendyK all day. Y'all, I'll text many pictures and I'll give you all a little video. How about that? So we are just waiting for this to thicken up just a little bit. And I have the fire all the way up on the stove top. And then we're gonna add the potatoes back in and we are done. Done and done. We did it. Goodbye for now. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Low Carb Queen. Goodbye for now.